Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to if you are brand new. A little bit about me in the very beginning. I am a small farmer, small backyard farmer in Virginia, Central Virginia to be more specific, but today is going to be a garden journal update. So if you are new here, I do these videos once every month, usually at the beginning of the month. This one is a little late because of family things, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I added in February. Now, the last one that I did was what I had added up to February 1st. I'm going to show you guys what I've added in February. I haven't updated it as of now for March, and we are halfway through March. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I left off last time on plant studies. I just drew a whole bunch of different things. The first thing that I did was cabbages. The variety of cabbage that I grew is Brunswick cabbage. It is an heirloom. I sowed the seeds indoors on February 3rd. I don't know how many seeds that I actually sowed. Transplanted or germinated. They germinated 4 days later on the 7th of February. Transplanted out, I need to fill that in. I actually had chickens get out yesterday and I didn't have that covered. So a few of them are gone, but we still have a decent number. Not as many as there were though. Which I have actually a few more right here that I could transplant out. Tips that I put on here, 10 to 21 days to germinate. That did not happen. I realized that after the fact. I had this written down in the very beginning. My notes, and I'm just going to go over this really quick, y'all. Monday the 5th, the seeds cracked for the root to get sent out. Yay. First leaves are opening February 6th. Some of the seeds look to be dying. I did put the 7th as germination day just because that's when they were actually up. And first leaves were out. Some of the leaves are opening February 6th. Some of the seeds look to be dying too close. Too close. I did sow them really thick, so they did. I did not know their growing patterns, but when I plant them again, I will know better. Maybe leggy, February 9th, add more soil, other cups. Don't particularly remember what that meant, but that's fine. Tip, I asked about transplanting from somebody on YouTube and Instagram actually. Alex said wait until they have the second set of leaves, the true leaves, or wait to separate if I'm transplanting out soon. I did wait until they were separated. I have videos that are going to be coming out on this. Just need to figure out when they're going out, but there are videos coming out on this of what I did when I transplanted them out. And I do believe that I talked about this a little bit in there as well. They are leggy and struggling a bit, and it's on February 19th. I talk about all of that. They were a little leggy for greens, but I don't think that it's going to impact their growing. Some of them are growing a little weird, but that's okay. Tips, cabbages have shallow roots. I did not realize that cabbages had shallow roots until then, or until now. So very, very interesting, the things that you learn. But I also urge you to do your own research before growing things. But I figured this out while growing them, and I was able to take the steps necessary to help them. February 20th, I built a low tunnel for the cabbages, which you guys will see that in a video. Or if you're following me on Instagram, you will have already seen it. Instagram does get more frequent updates than YouTube just because of time and video scheduling with things, because I have been ahead for quite a while except for this video. Notes, continue with notes. I did do another page. February 25th, they were transplanted into the low tunnel. February 26th, they look good, just need a drink. February 27th, I watered them. I just wanted that noted. It is getting really dry in there, which is a good thing, but also it's not retaining a bunch of moisture, so I do have to be mindful of when I'm watering. I also added a Bible verse because this is all about God as well. Jeremiah 10:5. I don't remember which version it was. I wrote King James Version, but I don't think this is the one that it was. It's like a scarecrow in a cabbage patch. Can't talk. Dead wood that has to be carried can't walk. Don't be impressed by such stuff. It's useless for either good or evil. All this is nothing compared to you, O God. You're wondrously great, famously great. I had that in there because it was a cabbage-related verse, but it's also, looking back, it's, yeah, these cabbages have failed a little bit, but I'm not upset about it. They're still doing great. I'm still going to get a few harvests off of them, and that's okay. And not everything needs to be perfect. It's a learning curve, and that's what I fully believe that God has in store for this. March 7th, the sprout leaves are dying. The seedlings look healthy. I gave them a good drink and fresh air. I just took the cover off of the low tunnel. I need to add on that I did get chickens that got out yesterday, so I will add that in after the fact. But I did have them get out yesterday, and I believe yesterday was the 15th. I'm not 100% certain on that. Next thing I started was tomatoes. This is a bit of information. Not as much as the other guys, but yeah, we're somewhere. Varieties sown indoors. Varieties sown the 15th of February. I did just elaborate on that. Black Creme Heirloom Best Boy Hybrid, Cherry Baby Hybrid, Midnight Snack Hybrid, Yellow Pear Heirloom, Too Tasty Hybrid, Bush Early Girl Hybrid. Too Tasty and Bush Early Girl were sown on February 20th instead of the 15th, but I still put them with this category because they're closer to that than my April sowing of seeds. Sown indoors February 15th. I did also elaborate down at the very bottom that, or I elaborated at the top, but all I put in there, the seeds emerged later because of because of planting them a little later. Germinated Black Creme February 20th, first seed emerged. Best Boy February 20th. Cherry Baby February 19th, first seed emerged. Midnight Snack February 20th. Yellow Pear February 20th. Too Tasty February 27th, and Bush Early Girl is February 26th, and that's just for first seedlings sprouted. So that's not necessarily when everybody came up, that's just when the first one did. Notes: first true leaves are emerging February 26th for the first group. First true leaves are emerging February 29th for the second group, which is the Too Tasty and the Bush Early Girl. And these are going to get funner and funner as we go along. I'm just trying to share the information a little bit and get some stuff. On this next page, which is the last thing that I have except for I added a few pages for tomatoes. I did put notes. I transplanted Cherry Baby, Yellow Pear, Midnight Snack, Best Boy March 7th. Then I put all the varieties that I had, how many seeds came up with each one before transplant, how many lived, and how many that I'm able to sell. Now, I will tell you, I brought them outside, and a bird came by and deheaded a few of them. Beheaded, deheaded, whatever. Took off the top of a few plants, and more than the top, actually. But so a few of them are not doing too well. Some of them didn't survive transplant shock. Some of them had different issues arise. I will talk about that in a different video, but I want it noted here because I have not filled that in here, and I need to fill that in. But it's into March now, so this is kind of the update for March. The next one will be April's one, which will probably be at the end of the month, but that's okay. So yeah, the tomatoes did not do how I thought they were going to do. They still did pretty fair, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching this next installment in the Garden Journal series. There are a few things that I will be covering more in depth. If you want to see what I talked about in earlier videos, like my garden plan or anything, that you can go watch the playlist. It's in the description. And also, how I laid this out is the very first video in that playlist. I believe it's labeled Garden Journal 2024. I'm planning on continuing doing this, so I will put Garden Journal 24, 25 if you're watching this later on. So there will be a few different playlists for them, but for now it's just 2024. And yeah, so if you are interested in any of that, please check out the videos and stick along or stay along for this ride, because I'm sure I'll be covering a lot of this in garden tours and stuff like that, but more in depth is for this. And I'll be doing a bigger video at the end of the year, going over everything, not really going over everything, kind of, but different sections, highs, lows, stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.